Koko,
Sandi.
5 minutes. We were just talking about resolving issues within relationships, and I came up with something that I've worked with people in the past, and it's like you take a legal pad of paper, and you put 2 vertical lines, so you have 3 columns. And in this example, it's like you put down your issues in the left column.
And those are issues within yourself, not with the other person.
Right, within yourself.
You can have a separate column for that.
Right. Yeah. So you have your issues with with a situation. Say you're getting ready to start a relationship, and there's some you're bumping heads on some things. There's some things that you personally have a problem with, and probably maybe the other person has a problem with. So you list in that left side of the paper, blah, 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 your list of items, and maybe 2, it may be 3, it may be 5. Then in the center would be
maybe just 1.
And maybe just 1. And then in the center you have the other person's issues that they have to overcome, and basically it's like the things that you need to overcome together. So then when you sit down, you say, okay, here are my issues. Maybe the other person says, here are my issues, or maybe you put down what you think the other person's issues are. They do the same thing. So, and then you compare your notes, because maybe they've realized an issue that you didn't realize, and you'll see it and say, oh, that's a good one. I'll put that on my list too. So you have your column of your issues. The second column is the issues you think the other person is having right now. And then you sit down and you compare notes, and then you figure out, okay, what do we have to do? And then the third column is the resolution. What do you have to do together to be able to overcome that? Because a lot of times in relationships, especially when they first start up, you have to overcome some aspect, and it may be really crazy stuff, and maybe like I had relationship rules, so I passed on some amazing relationships because these women did not fit those rules. Didn't know it at the time. Mm-hmm. Now I do.
Or like me, who kind of closed yourself off, didn't want to let anybody in close enough, so to speak.
Lots of people do that.
But I mean, I've been doing that for 15 years.
Okay.
Because I lost somebody who I was very much in love with in an accident. A
dead person.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be that blunt, but
no.
Yes.
Blunt. I mean, because that makes more. Because that makes sense. Now you can.
Right.
Now we can move on.
So.
Okay.
Well, I still have an issue opening up completely, so work with me here a little bit. Let me do this as I go.
You're doing great. Okay.
But I've closed myself off for 15 years. I have not had serious relationships by my choice. I've been busy with work or with raising a child, whatever it may be. And I've had to come to realize that somebody could walk into your life at any moment and completely change that thinking.
Exactly.
And that is terrifying for me.
It's terrifying for everybody. I mean, every new relationship is like that. I mean, believe it or not, every relationship's like that. And you do this weights and balances thing, and that's why I'm saying if you actually write the stuff down, because once again, going back to
do that,
oh yeah, sure
right
you
after
can.
you meet. I mean, come on, it's complicated enough, and it's terrifying enough, and then try to sit down and do that. I totally am for it. You know that,
right?
But
within a week or two of a relationship, I mean, when you meet somebody. And once again, it gets back into this whole relationship subset thing. When you meet somebody, everybody's got all their stuff behind them, and at some point you start seeing their stuff, and and all their baggage and all this. I hate that term. Baggage.
I do. I hate that term baggage because of the fact that everybody's got a past. It's in the past for a reason. It's done. It's over. Leave it there. Don't bring it back up, because all it's going to do is cause problems or bring back old feelings that don't need to be there.
You're right, but people have it.
Wow, I know they have it.
Well, I mean,
but they judge one another on it. They continue to bring it up
because it's still there. You've got to.
It's not. If you dealt with it, it's not there.
But a lot of people is still there. That's the whole problem. A lot of people carry their baggage, and many people wear their baggage on their sleeve. It's like right there, and it's and it's like it is part of their identity. I know people who their identity is based on their luggage or their baggage, or
wow.
or and it's hilarious. I know a woman, I can close my eyes and see her, who keeps going back to this one event, and actually it was a pivotal moment in her life, but it is her life, and everything from that moment on till today is still based on that pivoting point. It's all a big pyramid, and that's the point. The point sits on that.
Wow.
And at some point you got to flip that pyramid over.
Well, yeah, because we've all made mistakes. We've all done things in our
Wait
past.
a minute, real quick. We're going to keep going, but I'm Koko.
Sandy.
5 more minutes.